This thing on? Oh, nice. Okay. Hi, my name is Skylar Gurley, and I like to tinker. It's the best way that I know how to demonstrate what I understand, and it's honestly the best way to learn. So here's my journey. One of my first projects I ever worked on was born simply because I enjoyed space games, specifically Kerbal Space Program. I designed this really cool button box so that I could control my in-game ships with more precision and realism. I used an Arduino Leonardo combined with Windows Gain USB setup, and I was able to map all the controls in Kerbal Space Program, including periapsis, control, launch, which is what the big red button does, and a whole bunch of other switches in game. And so now I can play Kerbal Space Program way more realistically. Another project I worked on was this 3-element Yagi antenna combined with a pan and tilt mechanism that used an Arduino Nano low energy Bluetooth to track the ISS's orbit and convert it into azimuth and elevation angles that my motors could then track the ISS with. And I was able to pick up some really cool sounds and images from the ISS. Using an SSTV decoder, here are the images I got. Besides Kerbal Space Program button boxes, I made another one later on, improving on what I learned from before. And I made it for my dad's space simulation for Star Citizen, and we have this entire dash panel. Even further beyond that, I really enjoy board games, so I decided to combine my love for board games and also my love for space, and I helped design Void Pilot's Legacy with my dad. Of course, I had to save the biggest failure for last. I really wanted to make a cyclotron for safe radioisotopes. I got into contact with a professor at the University of Maryland, and I designed everything leading up to actually creating the cyclotron. I had all the magnetic fields figured out. I had all the math figured out. I even knew which parts I needed to get. I began modeling it in CAD, and then it happened. Life happened. The magnet was way too expensive, and I couldn't even get it off the paper. Even though I failed at building my magnum opus, I did learn a lot about cyclotrons, about myself, about my own skills. And so I wouldn't really consider this my biggest failure. Honestly, I plan on continuing to do projects just as big as this one. And even if they fail, I know I will probably still learn a ton. So with that, see you guys on the next one. Thank you.